Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2023 Disney original film, Wish, hour 35 minutes long, plus credits. This didn't do well in theaters, it didn't do well with critics, didn't do well with audience. It's boring. It's concerning because you have like one of the main screenwriters for Frozen is has done this, and um, I've noticed a lot of films that have like multiple directors are annoying, and that's because there's too many perspectives. I think some very rare chances that there's multiple directors on a film that it works. I think the Lego Movie is a good example of that. But I've noticed this recently where there's two or three directors. Why? I don't get it. It's weird. And I think that's what hurt this project is that this you could tell this went through rewrite after rewrite after rewrite. The story was it had a good beginning, had a good introduction to this new kingdom Rosas in the Mediterranean. So it's different people from all Southern Europe, Western Asia, Northern Africa. Everybody is mingling around the Mediterranean into Rosas, and it's great. Wonderful setup. Main teenage girl Asha is about to turn 18. She's voiced by Ariana DeBose, who is an Academy Award winner for West Side Story. She can sing, so I can't float the talent, but the the lead up of Rosas being created by Chris Pine's character, um, King Magnifico, who then learns sorcery so he can, take everybody's wishes and keep them safe, but then use them against them. It was just a weird, what's the point? Because then Asha eventually wishes on a star, and that's the whole premise of Disney. When you wish upon a star, right? And then the star actually comes to life and then starts not so much granting magic wishes, but doing magic. And so, like, eventually it's revealed everybody is better with their own wishes and being in control of their own wishes and not putting their wishes on somebody else. Fine. Great underlying story, but getting there was just clunky, and it was boring and forgetful, and I have no interest in ever seeing this again. And the songs are forgetful, and it's just weird. It was a weird experience. The beginning was great, and then at one point, I think it was like maybe 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, when she's having her interview to be the assistant, and then it falls through, and then all hell breaks loose. It was at that moment where things just shifted abruptly, and there was no transition, and it was just strange. I don't know what else to say um, about the story part. The music part is concerning because there's a lot of different, like, I don't know, it felt like very disjointed. Like, too many different people wrote songs for this, and there was no consistent, like, carryover kind of a thing. The benefit of watching a Disney film is that normally they're written by one or multiple people in the same tone, in the same setting, in the same thing, right? Going from point A to point B to point C. I don't get it. I think it's strange when there's a disconnect. But on the flip side, I can't even blame the fact that it seems like there's different people working on the songs, because I use the SpongeBob SquarePants musical, the Broadway musical, as a pure example of that. All the songs were written by different pop artists, rock artists, punk artists. They were written by different artists. It wasn't one person who wrote all the songs. It was different people writing the songs. But then how it was arranged and brought together so beautifully, it had a beautiful flow to it. That SpongeBob SquarePants musical is an absolutely incredible musical. I will never say anything terrible about it because it's just so wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I need to see it again. That is a good example. That is a perfect example of different artists coming together to make a project. It feels like different artists came together to make this project, and I could be mistaken. It could have been one individual who just decided to do 18 different genres on 18 different songs for some wildly unknown reason and then got it approved. But it feels like a various amount of people did the songs for this, and nobody talked to each other. It's like, what's the tone we're going for? What's the aesthetic we're going for? There was a disconnect with this project, and it's unfortunate because the artwork was beautiful, animation was great, the voice talent was great, the story and the music was not good. Unfortunate, can't win them all. I expected way more, being the 100th Walt Disney animated feature film. Let's hope the next one's good. On to the next review. Mahalo.